So that leans towards core to me.
I don't know. Right now, Grimstroke is the lowest win rate hero in these qualifiers that has like above 15 picks or something like that. I think it was like at 43%. And then on the other side, one of the highest win rate heroes of the high number of picks is Lifestealer. So the game's over already.
All right, perfect. I love math. It makes our job so much easier.
A big part of the reason that I think that this Grimstroke hero can be kind of tough is because like Inkswell is obviously great in the laning stage, but when you get to the mid game, like if you're sort of relying on team fighting around Soulbind, if you do that with other like long cooldown ultimates, it just becomes like super long cooldown reliant stuff where you never want to fight like without Soulbind and like a Doom or Soulbind and a Laguna Blade, or like you're always waiting, I feel like. And I feel like more often than not, the constant team fight lineups are what punish this, and that's what Flying Penguins have here. There's very few ultis that they're relying upon.
Well, complexity have banned out two of the heroes here, BSJ would say, and the Tidehunter and the Underlord, people who are just going to plant themselves at the tower and the hardest part of the map to hold against the Nature's Prophet and just get nice and fat and try and contribute to their team through that.
10 seconds.
Not sure if Flying Penguins still want to opt for one of those for snaking. I mean, the Darkseer is still in. They've obviously played that quite a bit. It doesn't really benefit a lot versus these Cole heroes, though. The Brewmaster, he's still in, and that actually looks pretty good.
Sure. I mean, how concerning is the Lone Druid for you?
I'm not sure if I can answer it without the Underlord. Like, some percent-based damage would have been nice.
Okay.
But the Lone Druid is definitely very concerning. You know, the Bear Man, frustrating to play against if you fall behind early. Like, this is Nature's Prophet and Lone Druid, and their best wave clear right now is Ice Shards. So it would not hurt to... Yeah, maybe they actually just can't pick Brew.
Dire team pick.
Gonna take out the DP, more of just barreling down a lane.
Timber's still in. The silence from the Grimstroke's pretty obnoxious. And they don't have last pick.
You did mention Underlord. Oh no, that's banned. Right, yeah. Okay.
A Sand King.
Okay.
Wow. That's a new hero. A Snake King, the king. He's on it. Goodness. Is this gonna be like a Snake King Dazzler or something, or is this? I think it's a Snake King Sand King. He's gonna go for the.
Oh my God, you're roboting out for a second there. I hope that's not on my end. I don't think it is. Yeah, it might be. It's fine though.
I don't. Well, me and Andrew had this problem actually during the podcast, and we just had to remake the call.
Let's do that real quickly.
Try that. Okay.
Should I actually call you? Oh wait. I'm actually trying to call him. Wait. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Test 1 2 3.
Testing. How's that sound?
I'm gonna turn you up a little bit.
All right.
Easy.
Perfect. I love being turned up. That sounds great. Turned up and turned on. Now, complexity. Turn me on here with this 10th pick. Oh my goodness, what is it? What are we looking at?
What gets you excited?
Big BKB heroes in the OD and the Lifestealer. Obviously Rage for one and BKB for the other. But out of the mid lane, I mean, we already lost the Puck. We've already lost the Death Prophet. You're laning against a OD, which brings certain heroes to mind, like the ho-ho-ha-ha, but I don't think they have the spacing for a ho-ho-ha-ha.
Oh, does the Rockman get you excited? Is that what they needed?
That's pretty chill. That's all right. We'll give that to old Z Freak, so he won't be on the Tiny, and we'll get Limp on his famed Tiny here.
Well,
and it is indeed the Lobster King.
The Lobster King. Snake King, doing it to it. A great like Lifestealer and Fest combo. It's really nice that way, at least. I think it's good. God, and Z Freak, I think
they don't have an answer to BKB though, right?
No, they actually have nothing.
It's got a sprout.
Oh God, are we gonna see it over and over and over again?
It's pretty much the best solution. Hey, at least Odie doesn't buy a Quelling Blade, right? You got something.
There you go. He's kind of ranged though, and he has a Force Staff oftentimes. So
probably. In case you want to remember, just by the way, in case there's anyone out there, like I always do, because of these patches, Lone Druid no longer routes you through BKB. That is not a thing anymore. It was removed in that giant blob of spells that lost it. Yeah. So just keep that in mind.
I guess Soulbind is sort of a decent mechanic for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
At least
great.
that's something.
Yeah. Can I just mention real quickly too that It's an all green draft. That's pretty nice from compLexity. That's not what I was...
That's not a color you get a lot either.
No.
You know, the old blue drafts, like, oh, wow, an old blue draft. Wow, congratulations. You think you're big or something?
Yeah.
But red even, it can be achieved. But green, you know, green is like some liquid stuff, some real nasty necrophos. Yeah. I mean, these are all pretty gross heroes, let's be real. Lone Druid, Earth Spirit, Nature's Prophet, blah. At least Tiny's just this adorable mossy beard.
Yeah. You know, I've been thinking for a while, what talent do you think it would have to be for Nature's Prophet? What level talent to get 2 rings in the Sprout?
Oh my god.
What do you think of that?
Level 40.
Level 40. You think it's that good?
You would like need abilities that clear. You have to like vacuum your allies to safety. Coddle would be dropping Will-o-the-Wisp just for some deforestation.
I think that it would be amazing. You get like 2 rounds of Sprouts. Maybe that's just the base ability now, is you just get 2 rings in a Sprout. Oh, that sounds amazing.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you don't want that.
Like, is there a space between the rings, or are they right next to each other?
They'd be right next to each other.
Oh, I was picturing with like a space, so it took up even more. Like I was picturing you were able to trap like a whole team in this double set of trees.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Okay, that could be the
build
buff.
A forest.
I was thinking
block
more...
all their vision. Do you know how scary that would be?
Yeah.
Suddenly everything just goes black.
You could like sprout a cliff so that way they don't see anything in the observer ward.
Yeah, you could get the Octarine and the cooldown and just keep sprouting it so they never have vision. And
then
they never know that you were there sprouting the cliff over and over.
And then they just stun you once and your game is over. That's fine.
It's genius.
All right. Is he tagged up as Royal Never Give Up 3343? Am I why is he RNG?
No, you're right. It's just that's why. It's because he was on their team for a while. Just hasn't got the switch, you know. Life's hard. Switches are hard.
That happens.
So I have got to watch quite a bit of Death. That guy's looked real good in a lot of his games. He plays a seriously mean Enigma. I don't know if I've watched his Nature's Prophet, but I know they love picking him Enigma whenever they can. So I'm looking to be impressed on a new hero here, Mr. Death, sir. Mr. Death Sama, I believe his name was, in fact, for a while.
Sama. You ready to see the ink-swelled Treant running in?
The true Sama here.
That's going to be amazing. Inkswell,
I'm more of an Inkswell Doom guy, you know. I'm not,
okay.
not so hot on the Treant.
Okay.
Why would you do it on a Treant?
So that way they can get close. Look, it's coming. They're ready for it. Inkswell the Treant.
You can
Inkswell the Treant. It's happening. Look at it. It's Inkswelling the Treant. You're going to kill him with it. You can't
get the body blocks.
Inkswell Treant.
Oh, get the body blocks.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's perfect. He's just feeding it to his mid. Limp, go.
Yeah, he knows he doesn't want to do it. They never expect the Inkswell Treant.
Dude, you're too good, Lyrical. You know everything. Look at you.
That's amazing.
I was just here thinking things like, well, it looks like he's going to catch up anyway, and then they get more right clicks. But, you know, the Treant into the body block was masterful.
Yeah. It's beautifully played.
And they are going to continue the tri-lane, though, because Dazzle's coming on back.
Hey-o. Snake King. Going for the old school build, so no points in Sandstorm. Just going to take... one in Caustic, one in Burrow Strike. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense if you're up close to that bear. It's going to deal a lot of damage to it.
Yeah, he brought a Sentry, so he might also just wait to see if he can get the one out of Z-Freak and then get some use out of the Sandstorm. But yeah, no, 1-0-2 for now still.
The 2 points in Caustic, it's always still so nice. It does have to worry about them getting denied now. No longer is going to pop the Caustic, but we'll see. It does also not feel like the lane that you necessarily want to be in as an Earth Spirit. Like, Sand King is just so tanky and hard to take down.
Yeah, but so's Earth Spirit, and you have an Orb of Venom, so you can actually trade pretty well. You both have 2 armor, and then you always have the threat of the Lone Druid showing up, so I don't think Snake King can really play too aggressive.
Okay.
They're going to try and turn it here, but he's got no mangoes on Snake King, so he can't just go for a kill on a Z-Freak, and instead it's just Layla's coming up to help out.
Yeah. Could feed him a mango if they need to, or a Burrow Strike something. Mid lane, we haven't talked about it a ton. Limp.
No.
Is
both of them kind of on their signature heroes, honestly. Like, the Roya OD, I think, is probably one of his most played in pro matches, or at least one of his most iconic ones, and then same thing for Limp on the Tiny.
For a very long time, he's been playing that hero. Looks like Miracle. I think a lot of people, there's a lot of the memes about Miracle versus Miracle, but I think that people, generally speaking, know who he is now. From back in the Naga Siren days when he would just take over games. Would play on that Mineski squad that came close to qualifying for TI a couple of times, but this is a guy who's pretty much exclusively been in the Southeast Asian region and has been wanting to make it to a NA land for a long time, or just any lands, really. But I don't know. We'll see. I think that he's always been thought of as like this incredibly strong talent, but it, like just hasn't been able to put it all together.
4-minute runes. Who's gonna win the battle of RNG here? Da, 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 da. Oh, it's the bottom squad of Z-Freak and 3-4-3. Too bad it's an invis, so it's pretty much useless.
No.
Just for limp. Dude, go for it, Flea. Get in there. Force it. Force it, Flea. Yes. Flea, win your mid lane.
Amazing.
Attaboy. Yeah, the plays.
Well,
Just don't die. That's all you gotta do. Uh-oh.
Adam comes in and cleans up. Not bad. Not bad.
It's actually not that bad, just because it's not first blood.
Right.
And then that way, you know, obviously it just lets Roya continually dumpster this guy in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And Grimstroke even got the kill. So really, Tiny kind of got nothing out of that. He got like 30 gold and a bit of XP.
That was a little bit sad for the Tiny. Does mean that they'll be able to secure these bounty runes more easily. That's a long walk back to the
that is true.
group wave.
That is a big deal. And Z-Freak, because he only has tag team, will he skill up the snowball? He's going to go for it. Stun timing is a little bit off, though.
Out. And 3-4-3, Mr. Adam gets the TP away. Meanwhile, he's not going to end up dying in the well to anything at all, so perfectly fine. Well done.
Next patch, Lone Druid will not be able to pick up bounty runes with the bear. I'm calling it now. It's going away.
Dude, that's been there for so long. There's no way.
It's outie. I'm positive. It's going to happen.
How can that happen?
Death is just trying to leave the bottom lane, but he gets snowballed.
He goes down.
I mean, they already got one with, you know, the Grimstroke, so you can't get too lucky. Middle lane, Ryoya.
Roll in.
Always solo. Keep giving it to him. Get the boots out of your backpack.
Oh my
Get
God.
the boots. They're in your backpack.
Oh my
no!
God. He's still living.
Baited.
That was the bait.
Baited so hard.
Amazing bait.
He's so good.
Oh God, and they were trying to wrap around two with death. Heads up play right there by the Outworld Devourer, making sure that he doesn't get ganked there. Although, it might just come around here anyways. Like, they're still all in this area. Z-Freak will go down to flee, but they're moving into position. Death is here. They've got trees. They've got the Sprout. And they should be able to find the kill. He's trying to juke and jive. And,
yeah, but he got the boots
tree
now.
toss? Yeah. That was the problem. He shouldn't have brought the boots out. It's bad luck.
This is the ideal way to play Nature's Prophet. It's just these early rotations. Trying to come to the mid lane, trying to help take down the tower. I mean, not even just the mid lane, but every lane, all of the kills. And Roya has the TP, and they're going to pause to think about it first, though. No, JK. Clearly some PC issues.
Crashed.
At least he didn't start like channeling his TP or something, and then have it break.
Yeah, that'd be really bad.
All right, well, we haven't been back top in a while. What's going on up there? 34-12 for the Lone Druid. 21-4 for the Sand King. The King himself going for the Vanguard first.
I think it feels like this lane is still just going to be tough regardless, because you got so much base damage with the Spirit Bear here. Already has the Phase Boots too, and like as soon as he was able to get these early items up, like the lane is just going to be tough for Snake King afterwards, but he's still making a life for himself. I mean, do you feel like he needs to get active early on at all to try and like break the tempo of a bear getting pretty strong at the get-go?
I think he's going to be a little bit on the defensive. I think this game, the main mover is going to be Limp, and that's why it's so important that they've had these ganks to try and kind of bring him back into this game after dropping down a little bit to Ryoya. I mean, at this point now, Limp has actually surpassed him in XP. And then in terms of net worth, because of the death, he's also ahead of him too. So if they do manage to take down this tower, then it's going to be even further into decline. But they have level 3 Tusk, and he's got the 1/1/1, so he should be able to make a play into the mid lane. Okay. They are scouted at the moment, though, by this fresh ward that just got planted down here 2 seconds ago by 343. So some tough questions come up here for compLexity to see what they want to do, but Limp's the determining factor, because if he just gets one kill at any tower, it should fall to Nature's Prophet and Lone Druid.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to set the pace for this game. It's
kind of interesting, too, that, you know, Miracle going for the bear build. He's going into the Midas afterwards. Something
that's Tusk. Well, he's just dead.
Oh,
and now Lilith, too. Uh-oh. Not good.
Can't tango your way out of that one. And, yeah, that's really bad. The OD TP's mid and immediately has to leave the lane.
And Treants, he just hit level 5. He waited before summoning the Treants. And I don't know. I don't think they have the wave clear. We are looking for wave clear for compLexity and Flying Penguins at the end of that draft. And yeah, they don't need wave clear if you're winning, though.
No. I guess that's why you're going for the Vanguard. It's not about fighting. It's just about holding against the pressure that's coming.
You.
So Z-Freak gonna come and deal with this push that was moving in on the bottom lane. The catapult still staying alive, so it's gonna be a significant amount of damage onto the tier 1 tower bottom. But it does feel like the real push is gonna keep coming from Death and Miracle once they find those kills, and it's still a ways away from like initiation items from Limp. But it's not proven to be the biggest issue in the world anyways, because you can kind of just go for like the teleportation and gank from behind the tower.
Snaking trying to catch out some warding from 343, but doesn't get him on that one, and he'll just scoop on down and plant one on the hill there. So 343 winning the warding battle here as they now move on to the tower, and guess who's here? It's Death. And what are you going to do about it? Nice dust. He was ready.
I mean, this guy's still pretty strong, but when you have all of the heroes just beating into you, you're rooted, fear.
Oh my god,
it's
the timing.
This is really rough.
He had nothing. He just gets rooted and then perfectly roared right at the very end of the root. The Blightstone and the Phase Boots on Death. He does a shocking amount of damage this early.
Nature's Prophet bringing dust. So I think that what he did there also was he TP'd back home to buy the dust, and then he TP'd out to the lane to get the kill.
Yeah, just that's one of the big benefits of Nature's Prophet too, is just like constantly your net worth like equals your hero strength. Whereas some hero, like you think about Lone Druid, this guy's building a Midas and then potentially even into a Radiance, and your net worth doesn't really mean that much until you actually have those fully completed items. Nature's Prophet is just like going home to pick up my magic wand. Hey, do you guys want anything? I can bring it on the courier because that's me. You know, you'll see all these Nature's Prophet players just grabbing items for their allies and bringing them to these side lanes, and they go for these tower pushes too. It helps you accelerate versus the enemy team. And like, if you're not doing that kind of stuff, then you're not abusing Nature's Prophet to his full potential.
I'm really concerned about Flying Penguins draft over the next couple of minutes. You've got OD going for Midas. You've got Envy going for Midas. It feels like their game plan is just to hold out until the late stages, but this is going to be a complete free farm. Lone Druid, who's already top of the net worth, has the Hand of Midas coming out in just a couple hundred gold. And we know what happens when you get a Radiance on this bear and you start hitting that timing around like 25 minutes or so, or even 20 minutes, to be honest.
Is there only one? There's only one Radiant hero going Midas. Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. It feels like the Midases have been a little overdone today.
Yeah.
We're not going to find one of any of these other heroes, thankfully. Remember the Prophet first item Midas jungling? Good times.
I don't have to remember that long ago. I was playing some pubs
I was
recently.
just doing it last week. It was great, you know. Having a great time.
Yeah, they teleport. They can't find you.
First was the truth. That was the best build. No boost Dagon. You start with, what was it? Bassi, two Clarities. Just build Dagon first item and start TPing Lysis.
I'm still waiting for, like, I've been waiting for, like, the Bloodseeker Nature's Prophet lane, Bloodseeker support, and just buy a Dagon with Blood Rage, and then you TP around the map. That's the real thing. Uh-oh.
I mean, Z-Freak's the Bloodseeker support player.
Uh-oh. Inkswell into the roll forward, magnetize out onto both of them, but Rage off. Envy in some trouble here. They decide to sprout up a little bit off the mark there on trying to catch Envy. But they will reapply magnetize. He needs to be careful, actually. This is a good amount of damage. If he was able to find another reapplication, might have been dead. But still fine.
Envy really wants in on this.
I just don't think that you have the damage to deal with it. Envy's going to walk forward, kills off some of the treants.
Catapult.
Nice shards there, catching onto two, but there is no follow-up, and now Inkswell, Phantom's Embrace, he's just dead. They're going to find another here as well.
That was a good Prophet ulti.
compLexity is just rolling them.
You got the kill onto Flea shot a bunch of damage into Lelis there too.
Dire's top tower
He's still like
is under
650 damage. He wasn't even there.
That's pretty nuts.
Well, Envy survived though, and Dig has Midas complete, so bit of a victory there for them. But it also pulled them off the top tower with the catapult, which was still pushing in the top lane, so that'll hold that for the Flying Penguins for a bit longer.
Yeah. Does also feel like Rosh is going to be one of those big contentious points, and that's an area where complexity is not quite as effective at being able to secure the objectives. It's not going to be easy for them to fight around the Rosh pit.
Yeah, their team fight is pretty weak overall. Again, they don't really have anything that combos with Soulbind, like at all. Until they get some items, or they use the depth ulti, which is just again kind of mediocre.
Yeah. I mean, it does sound good in theory, but got to remember that it is just that first hit, which is the 110 damage. So basically, a 220 damage nuke is what you're using 2 ultis for.
Well, to be fair, the rest of it does bounce around the fight, so you get
Right.
a second instance bouncing everywhere else. But yeah, it's still very contained because the ultimate gets stronger over time. So if you're using it in the middle of the fight, ideally you want to set it off on the opposite side of the map usually.
But if you set it off on the opposite side of the map, then you're not getting the Soulbind. So it's
Unless your Grimstroke Soulbinds 2 heroes not in the team fight, then it's the greatest play of all time.
It's amazing. People can't handle it.
This is an aggressive smoke here as we look for another Inkswell roll in.
Yeah, that was a nice little combo earlier.
Oh,
Doesn't
we
look
missed it
like
on that
they're
one.
gonna. Oh god, I clicked somewhere else on the map, but we're fine.
That's okay. He didn't find anyone. And here comes Nature's Prophet, and we go Envy. Wow, that was a little bit free. They didn't know that, but it definitely was.
Roll in onto 1. He's gonna magnetize the Inkswell. They keep on walking into their own death. It's gonna be the Exors, or the epicenter, but it doesn't do anything at all. Flea is still living through this one. They have the heal, so he's able to walk away. The epicenter used, and it looks like that's gonna be about it.
Yeah, it did feel a little bit like, what are we trying to force here, guys? It's Flying Penguins. I think as complexity, we're going to see them occupy this plateau, try and get good wards on each side, and essentially just try and catch every wave as it leaves the base until they eventually take one of these 2 towers just by sheer attrition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to get an Invis rune, too, and he's nearly completed the bottle.
I mean, this is what Snaking has to do, right? This is his entire job for this game, is hold towers, but the only thing he can do is walk into it, and when that happens, he just dies. They take him down.
Oh, he just got the Vanguard, too.
Get this, and going to go for the Infest to try and clear through this creep wave to the best of their ability. They lose Lelis also.
Invis rune from Limp.
And 1 by 1, the towers fall 10-2. It's not a huge lead, only about 1,000 gold, but it's the map control and the fact that it's just kind of complexity dictating the tempo where it feels like it's them in control of this game fully.
3 is trying to make plays here. He went down to the shrine. He was like, I think that OD's going to come for these bounty runes, but he's going to play it a little bit safer and go for his own instead. Oh, Limp, don't do it. Do not go up there.
He's playing that safe.
And now he is Blink, so he's going to be the assassin behind this tower. That ward's going to scout him out, though. But of course, they won't see that he actually has it done. Although they should know that's coming any moment, considering it's 15 minutes and he only has shreds.
Yeah.
No real reason to go Shadowblade this game. I think the Blink's fine. Even though you're starting to get a little bit close, sometimes you consider it as the hero. He needs to watch this Sandstorm.
Well, they find Snaking again. This is his job, though, is just stand in front of the towers and eventually get killed off, although they do use the Grave and now the Soulbind onto 2. There isn't the combination, but it might not matter regardless. They TP in with 1, trying to bring the Lifestealer into this fight. Limp maybe a bit too far forward. They get the silence onto a couple, but this is going to be a dead Tiny, so a big win there, and now Z-Freak also caught out of position. You know, I will say, as they're going to lose the Earth Spirit, if there's one thing to be said about the Complexities draft, it's a little bit predictable where they're going to go. And they were ready.
Most certainly. I mean, they also had that great vision by Lelis where he kind of snuck out, put that ward down, and guaranteed that they were going to do this. But there is the split push going on top from Death, too. So They're continuing to keep that top lane shoved in after taking that tower, and they'll try and keep that pressure in the mid lane. But big win for Flying Penguins. They're going to slow it down. You pointed out to the Midases earlier. That's what this whole game's about. We just wait, and then we're going to have the battle of the Radiances here between Cole and Flying Penguins. And I think Cole are a little further behind than I would have anticipated. When you add up the tower gold, they're not that efficient at farming up this map at the moment.
No. And the experience is the real difference as well. Into the favor of Flying Penguin, just because they've been able to get that split up and farm around the map. And that last time, Snake King, you know, over and over again, he keeps walking into people and just trying to hold the tower. He didn't die that last exchange.
No,
with everybody
you
on
can
him.
see the big difference with the Vanguard and the double bracer.
Yeah.
And it only gets better and better now. This hero with the 3.2 strength gain. Very nice.
So he's just going to try and be that bulwark against the pressure. And this is usually the time with compLexity where you'd want to try and secure a Rosh maybe, take down the last of the outer towers, and then just own the game. And you can see going into the medallion for death, but Flying Penguins do have ways to fight around the pit. And it's going to be a Crimson Guard pretty soon for the Sand King too.
Jeez, Envy might just win this race to Radiance.
Radiant are scanning.
He's close.
Yeah, the second pair of boots really slowing down Miracle there, you know? Barry needed a new pair of shoes, so it's going to be a little bit late to the party.
Both of them working with the Midases. So 10-4, 18 minutes in. Not a ton of kills, but a lot of emphasis on these objectives by compLexity, and Flying Penguins just trying to slow down that pressure whenever possible.
Jeez, Envy's crazy. This guy's a madman. He just like sees them all on this ward, and he still is bold enough to infest that camp. Has another ward here helping him, seeing that they've now left, so you can just go back farming this safely.
Like
Perfect vision placed here from Cole, or from Flying Penguins rather.
It's like both of his escape mechanisms he uses to help him farm faster.
Yeah,
that's all.
I mean, that's wards, man. That's all because of Lelis or whoever's planning these. Maybe it's Flea too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say Lelis has looked very good. Yeah.
I think he had some trouble transitioning at the beginning from 3 to support.
Yeah, Lelis, Laposa. I guess we should kind of say both if you guys aren't into the the hip talk. Oh, is that a fight?
Not really.
Like one.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad though.
It's kind of a fight. I don't know.
There's a little bit of a fight. They're gonna try and kill off Snake King. They got Radiance on the Bearman. Envy also
Envy
has
doesn't have
no
his
Radiance. Where
There
is
it
it?
is.
All right, it's on the courier. Here. They got it now. But he's also going to be caught here and rooted and silenced. Oh, Envy, you got your Radiance too late. It's not going to happen. They lose 3. And Snake King, Mr. Flea. Snowball to try and live. It's not happening, dude. Dunzo. Double kill for Miracle. 4 dead. And I don't know if the Radiance would have changed anything, but compLexity definitely hit their timing really well.
Oh, look at him punching right through that glyph by using the Midas on the bear. Top tier execution here from Miracle. He's too good.
Did they just go high ground here?
Yeah. Punch, punch, punch. Bear. Go, go, go. The only... Are they missing Urn, I think? I don't think anyone bought one. That's the only thing. It's a little sketch.
Oh.
But they should get a tier 3.
We knew it could happen.
Wow, they are really confident in those treants. What? Are you serious?
Is that... That can't be good.
Bruh! They had another bear! What the... What? What? Wow. I mean, that is insanely patient.
Yeah.
That is, like, so safe of a play. I mean, it looks horrific from our point of view, but of course, based on how long everyone was missing, you can understand why they thought someone would have been there by now, but... You know, sometimes the risks pay off. In that case, it would have, but they're playing it super safe.
It's okay. He's getting used to NA Dota. He needs a little bit of time. Then he'll get there. And Envy rages and walks uphill.
Gotta get those ancients somehow.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, but here's the danger zone. The Yasha and Kaya. And look at this little multiplier. Get increase. Look at that. 11.32, the int to damage multiplier. We're doing the math on that.
Are we scared of this item?
Dude, it's so much damage.
Midas site builders or Midas Shiva's builders these days. What does this this half-blood. It's mud-blood of an item.
God, be careful.
Riddle
there.
me that. Hmm?
It's too good. Oh God, no. Envy, he was in an ancient. Oh God, he's feared. He's silenced. He is dead.
See, you don't need Soulbind when you have that skill. Phantom Embrace, good skill.
Radiant are scanning.
Was he? Did he pop rage like inside the ancient? What happened?
Radiant's middle tower
I
is
don't
under
know.
attack.
All right. Well, complexity gonna take down the bottom tier 2 tower, and
Dire's bottom tower
well,
has fallen.
they did not lose the bear earlier, so they have 2 bears for this push now.
And yeah, they're gonna go to the middle one and like, oh yeah, hey guys, look how low that is. Let's go hit it like once.
Oh, they can't. The astral, it's too strong. All right, let's see if
And
they
there
can
it goes.
sanities. There's the toss back. The silence. They try to catch him with the bear, but Snake King able to interrupt, make the life for him. Dazzle gonna be caught. Snake King doesn't get soulbound to anybody else, so he is fine for the moment. And it's just gonna be some focus on to these racks, but
I got no creeps.
it's just still complexity, just in such firm control of this game.
Yeah, and they can back and Shrine and then Rosh and go through the flowchart of Dota. And all these great wards are going to start expiring here soon for Flying Penguins, and the map will go dark. So, tough mission ahead for Lelis to get out on this one.
I mean, it did feel like there had been sort of a turning point there for a bit for Flying Penguins, but definitely the mid-fight there going so poorly, and then down bottom, Envy getting picked off immediately afterwards. Like, it's not, by any stretch of the imagination, over, but this game is really, really tough.
Yeah, it just got, like, 3 times as hard, if not more. Like, it was already kind of looked like it was going their way. But here we go, the Burning Dragon.
They stunned it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Adam, gonna TP away. Dragon just has to watch him go.
Interesting choice.
Oh, he's gonna TP away too.
Foiled again. Hey, let's see left the transform.
Yeah. You know, some nice little farm for him. You can throw out the fireballs. He does need to do other things eventually, as, you know,
So,
teams can group up.
So now he is invincible in this thing, right? Like, can't he just, if he breaks out, he must have just got silenced instantly when he came out or something. It's the only thing I can imagine.
It must have been an Earth Spirit silence as he was breaking out of it, but I think that you can Q pretty much instantaneously.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because, like, theoretically, he should just be able to rage TP, and I can't see how he dies. Unless I'm missing something, but I do not believe it works for Soulbind, even the initial leash thing. Even if there's another hero, I don't think it'll cancel your TP.
Yeah.
But they get Lelis again as he's attempting his warding mission, but he's just in the depths of enemy wards. You know, he's trying to put down some sentries. Dies.
Oh my god. Death doesn't care. He's not afraid. Flea definitely needs to be afraid. Inkswell, the silence is there, and that is a dead tusk. It's where the Nature's Prophet just feels really, really hard to play against. It's like you can just roll on you afterwards with the Earth Spirit. Such long range of initiation.
Especially because he doesn't even have, like, combat items, right? He basically has auras and Rosh taking items.
Yeah. Speaking of, is it that time?
It certainly should be here soon. Maybe they want a core pick off first, but I don't see why they wouldn't want to just go in. I mean, they have the medallion. They have... Yeah, they're just going in. And they now have an urn, too, which is a really good pickup for them, because they needed some better sustain for when they're actually at the high ground knocking on the gates. Who's going to be the sacrifice here? Limpe. Done on the bear? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, man. It's a scary bear. We have not seen a lot of the bear build, but it's quite good.
Oh, scan connects on the smoked up units mid.
All right, if there was a way to make this work, this is it. This is the fight that Flying Penguins need to win it. You don't have amazing team fight in the pit with complexity. They need to find him here. See if they can blow somebody up. CZ Freak. C343, if they can get in range. Burrow Strike, that's not a great target to open up on in the OD. Does get the BKB off, not bad. The Seize Eclipse already down, but it didn't look like it connected onto Limp, and Limp is eventually going to fall. Soulbind onto 2, they're going to buy back onto 1. C-Freak just going to retreat for the moment, but Miracle Bear, seeing if they can chase somebody. Not bad. They need to wait for the BKB to be back up again, though. And yeah, I think Cole aren't going to give him that opportunity. They know BKB down on this OD, and that makes it really tough to fight.
Yeah, good instant buyback from Limp. Just get right back into the pit. They don't have a blink, so they can't really fight this. If they had a blink, they could just go for the YOLO play, but they can't even really YOLO here.
Z-Freak. Silence? He's in pretty far, and Death TP's the other side. This is a big magnetize, but I don't know if it's enough. They're going to buy back on the Earth Spirit as well. Miracle stun, Snake King trying to run away as well. They're almost catching out and killing off this Lifestealer. Roya is also going to eventually die, it looks like. 2 dead, no buybacks, and the buybacks from compLexity make the difference. The roll into the toss, and now also the Sand King will fall. This sets up compLexity to take Rosh, and then just walk down a lane.
Yes, go mid. Yes, Z-Freak God. He starts pinging. Everyone goes back, and he's pinging the racks like, yo, guys, they're not coming back.
Very well played. And now the racks will likely fall. Only a glyph to save them. Envy's back up soon.
Not soon enough. So.
No.
Go for 2. God, they're so patient. It hurts.
They really are.
They're respecting the potential catch of the Flying Penguins, and, well, they are kind of right because there is a Blink Dagger on the Sand King. So theoretically, when he comes back, they have a little bit of reach, but they're just going to make it so it's a very safe Rosh take for them.
Well, they are taking it significantly more quickly than they did last time, and with the Shrine already down, the avenue to reinforce and try and fight against this Rosh just takes too long.
Coming.
He wants it bad, but he can only throw a fireball and then head out. Smoke wasn't quick enough. I mean, really, that was just textbook solid play from compLexity. Like you said, never overextending, making sure that they didn't put themselves into a bad position and get caught out. Like, as long as they played it safe, they were just going to be able to take that Rosh.
Oh, it goes back to this idea of just, like, how their moves are just so easily predictable by their opponents and by us, because it's like, well, how else would you play this lineup? You know exactly what you want to do. You just want to run down the map with lone druids. So if your maps or if your movements are so ridiculously predictable and your strategy is so evident, then you really can't mess around, and you make one slip up and then you're going to lose all that momentum. So
right,
it is the best way to play. There's no doubt. Emmy needs some mana regen here. He only gets like 5 of these fireballs, and that's it.
That's no bueno.
I'll get him. Get him, Envy. Burn him.
Well, he's in the trees.
Envy?
Snake King is here too. The Inkswell tree, and it always comes back to that. But wasn't able to get the geomagnetic grip that time. That was what happened earlier, it looks like, from Z-Freak. So they tried to hit it, but didn't quite connect. And it's just really hard to try and fight into the base. Inside their own base, rather, when you leave the fight for a second.
Fight.
I mean, yeah, it's just, well, like, what I'm saying is that it's really hard for them to, like, just let the fight happen in the base, because the bear's just going to hit the tower the whole time, and you lose because you don't have any racks left. So they kind of have to force it outside of the base. But, I don't know, it's just hard. Game is hard.
Yeah, they're trying some Snake King baits, because they know compLexity, again, it's all about this plateau. They want these waves and these waves at the same time. And so someone's going to come for this wave. Like Limp's, I'm surprised they didn't actually wait for that play. Instead, they're going to try and make a counter play around Roya. I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, they realize it's not working, though. And compLexity are just going to push top. Stun from Snake King. He has the Lifestealer inside of him. Not easy, though.
They're all being burned, though, so I'm sure they figured it out by now. It's not like he's trying to hide it.
That's true. Avalanche comes out. Limp doing what he can. Roya jumps into all of them. He is going to have another round of his ulti, but already down low. Flea is dead. Trying to kill off Miracle. Saves Eclipse. He's stunned, though. Trying to get out of there. And, well, Grave will simultaneously going for the Astral. Snake King's trying to pop his ultimate and doing a bit of damage to that Miracle Bear. He's coming back in 70 seconds, so killing off the lone druid is pretty huge. Limp now. You know what they can do there? They take down the Sand King. Looking for Death. Death TPing away. Envy does not quite manage to find the finish, and the roll away after the Force Staff. Limp gets out also. They managed to only lose the lone druid.
Penguins, though. They defended. It's still a net worth and experience game for the Radiant, but at least The game's not over. It was only a very slight gain, so if they can get some split pushing going and maybe get some farm up while this lone druid's dead, they can close that gap a little bit for old Envy.
That's
It's a hard game.
definitely.
Oh, they're giving the tome to the bear too when he comes up.
Nice. It's almost level 20. For that 0 entangle cooldown, the best level 20 ever. That's the one he takes, right? Yeah?
No, sadly.
I like the death build.
I think I saw it once though.
Really?
Yeah, but I think the game was ending or something. But I do remember seeing it just laughing because he just kept entangling him.
What do you think about the Nature's Prophet Halberd?
It's a quality.
Oh my god, he took the entangle.
All right, there you go.
Oh my god, he took the entangle.
I mean, the battle cry, maybe it's because like he's already so farmed that he kind of just goes for the one and done. You know? Like, do you really need the second round of battle cry?
I mean, it's pretty good at 25, right?
Well, Stowe's infinite entangle.
I guess. Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Whereas if it appears BKB, it would be a lot better.
Right. The Spirit Bear attack time at 25, I guess, is going to be the route then, and just try and have him punch really, really fast.
I don't think he's getting to 25.
That's fair. All right, Avalanche toss from Limp with the DD rune. Tiny is big and bad and out of control. 500 damage.
All right. I was worried that Grave would actually do something.
And if you run out of trees, Nature's Prophet will make some more for you.
Oh, he's so kind.
These Treants just beating away at the ranged barracks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Limp has 1 second on this Aegis.
God, and snaking, like, you know, you'd love to be able to just jump in, blink, and stun, but the Radiance keeps on burning through it, and...
You are my ancient creep, Snake King.
Oh, there it is. They found the Earth Spirit at the beginning on the Miracle, but he just walks away. Not quite able to find the kill with the Sanity's Eclipse. That is still the Tusk and the Dazzle dead at the beginning of this fight. And looks like the bear will live. No man on death, but he's going to TP home. And then be back and ready to go for another round.
Bring in some salve, some clarities. Yo, bring a salve for Miracle. What are you doing? Get a salve, Death. What is this?
Unbelievable.
Wow, reported. That's reported, honestly. Like, how do you not just salve your Lone Druid right there?
And Envy getting the treatment does not have a Coin Blade. Snaking has to try and Coin Blade his Lifestealer out of the trees. But that is barracks down. Only one more round of racks to go.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Like
I love me some slow and painful death.
Death has kind of, I feel like, been the MVP this game so far. He's been making some big plays. Maybe the Earth Spirit and a couple of these team fights. Sea Freak's always a baller.
I would say they have, considering the Nature's Prophet was like first phase, then yeah, very impressive.
Did he kick him as he rolled?
Yeah, he's real good at this hero, it turns out. It's weird, right? Who knew?
What the hell?
And now there's Scythe for death, so here we go. The Soulbind combo is online.
Are they doing it?
Get to that side shop. Oh, secret shop.
Well,
It's not that secret. I never got that name. You know, it's not hidden. It marks it on the map when you ask for it.
That's true.
You don't need a password. It's not like a cool drink club.
No.
No.
Uh-oh. Glimmercape, living, pushing, trying to get out of there. Soulbind onto 2. All right, the 0 entangle, it's happening. But the banish of the bear. And Miracle now needing to run away because Snanking's on top, or rather, Flea is on top of him. Avalanche to make the space, but the Burrow Strike will be there, and Lone Druid is dead. I've been a little bit too cavalier with their movements around here.
All right. Get those minuses off. There we go, Envy. There we go, Rioya. That was almost 7,000 experience. Almost 2,000 for the Tusk because he went for the 40 XP gain, actually. That's shocking. Never see that. It's a dangerous talent. Oh, who fat-fingered one? That's
Hello.
That's a big tiny.
It's so large. All right, he's back to normal.
That sounds pretty accurate, actually. I think if I was a giant mountain of rock, I feel like that's how it would go.
God, he's such an angry-looking guy. But he's actually a really nice little hero.
Well, he starts so cute.
Yeah.
Do you think when Tiny never wins the Arcana vote, but when he finally does, then he will he'll get that seasonal set that's been in the workshop for like 6 years or something?
What is it? I haven't seen it.
It's like a seasonal tiny set. Just Google seasonal tiny set after the game. You guys, I'm sure you guys have all seen it.
I mean, I could do it right now. This game is.
Dude, they just all fed. Come on, there's still chances here.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, I'm with you. My bad.
You have
guys.
to do the camera at the very least.
My bad, guys.
This isn't, you know, some of these other tournaments where Purge is just sitting there screaming like, I don't know what this cameraman's looking at.
Yeah.
Purge, for being in an angel costume, I gotta say, Purge was very rude today. You know,
Really?
He was not pleased with production. No,
I did not watch it.
He was in an amazing costume, though. I mean, it was the most revealed Purge has ever been.
Okay.
From such a mysterious man.
I did see the picture of him making the fist. You know what I mean?
No.
He was doing like...
That really intrigues me now.
He was doing the Arthur fist, you know, where it's like very upset at the situation. Man, you know what? You're right. These Flying Penguin guys, they're kind of holding it in there, and I don't know.
Yeah, look at you selling them short.
I was. I'm sorry, guys.
Envy is just trying to be a bear.
Yeah.
I've got an AC, I've got a Radiance, I've got an armlet like the bear used to. I am how Bulldog 1 TI.
See if you can do it now.
God, I actually completely forgot that was even a thing. The armlet bear. Oh.
I thought you meant him winning TI.
Wow, jeez, come on now. That's a ban, sir.
I know, I'm sorry.
All right, Snake King.
Flea?
Carry me.
He wants to get in there. Oh, but they're ready. Like, it feels as cold as nose. They have an idea, an inkling that something is happening.
Death's playing scared now. He doesn't know what's going on. He's farming his own woods. What is this? This isn't Nature's Prophet farm zone. This is this part. You know, maybe even in there a little bit. That's where Nature's Prophet plays. I don't know what this is for your friends.
I think this is the time where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna farm over here, push out the wave afterwards. That way we can maybe like get set up for Rosh. But it feels like that's definitely gonna be the next spot.
The scouts going, dude. You used to watch StarCraft. What do you call these things? Probes or something?
The probes?
Yeah, I don't know. What are they called in StarCraft? And you send them out to scout? Is that a probe?
It is probes or SCVs or drones. Depends on what you're playing.
Right. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's what he's doing right now.
Or overlords.
Look at these things going.
Yeah.
He's like Picard right now. You know, launch a probe, make it so. Basically, what's going on?
Like
the scouting potential. Huh? Hmm?
Oh God, it's fun too. Is that, like they just get
TNG
punched by the? I know TNG.
Oh, I thought you said the crossover or something.
Well, yeah, the crossover between that and StarCraft.
Now that I could go for.
Yeah.
And you get to be, you know, you'll be Protoss, I'll be Klingon.
Yeah.
All right.
There's like no good Star Trek games, I don't think. You know what I mean?
That's true. That feels like, I feel like Star Trek Online must have been kind of okay, but.
Ellis?
I feel like the pantsuits kind of ruin the interaction of on. Like no one really wants to dress like the way they do in the shows.
You know what the real problem is?
What?
I think so. But the real problem is that the strength of Star Trek was never about like laser battles. It was about like ethical decision making in a future world, and that's what we need.
That is not what I'm playing my video games for.
I know that's the problem, but it's what made it so cool.
Yeah, the whole Jedi, you know, laser sword battles are a little cooler for a video game environment than, yes, but if we kill this man who's trying to kill us, are we any better than him himself? Limp?
Oh! To the left!
50.
To the left! Oh, they see him. Mr. Flea! They got the silence on the other side, but Snaking, he's moving in. He wants to find the burrow strike. He's caught the bear, man. Soulbind onto two, but guess what? They're BKB moving in the same direction. No slowdown. Z-Freak also has gone in. He pops his own BKB, because that's a thing, apparently, and is going to get Walrus punched in the face. No. Cool down.
I'll take your tribute.
Cole.
Yeah.
Excuse
they're
me?
doing it. The Penguins, they are soaring through the skies. Don't hold me down.
And how was the Rosh fight? Deadly. Losing that Rosh fight, and now no bear for 50 seconds. This man, no buyback.
Is anyone going to make a YOLO play here? I mean, Limp? What do you got? You got buyback? You got buyback, but you want a butterfly.
Oh, it's got to be Z-Freak, right? Oh, yeah, he's opening up his inventory. This guy, he's doing it.
Have we seen this?
Oh, he knows. Send in your trees
times?
one by one. You got to send them in one by one. Otherwise, you don't get vision that you need.
No, yeah, that was enough time for Z-Freak to do the mental math. So he's formulated a calculation for how long it'll take. All right,
slow down.
Block it.
3-4-3. They go in. Ready to roll. Z-Freak wants to go and catches onto all of them. Magnetized down. Does he steal it? It's on the ground. Flea picks it up, though, and able to steal it away. Aegis on Envy. Ugh.
All right. Nicely done. Yeah, I think his BKB was still on cooldown for Z-Freak when he rolled in. It shows it as being active now, but I'm pretty sure when he went down, he didn't have it, or he obviously would have popped it.
Yeah.
And it was on cooldown when he's getting prepped to roll in, so... Just had that taken a little bit longer for the Flying Penguins, he might have had a shot at one of them, but solid plays there to defend. Fleece getting that out too, just like kind of keeping his body on the right side of the fight.
Yeah. Man.
Now, the thing that gets scary, though, is yes, Flying Penguins have been winning fights, but you're out there, you're getting excited, you're a Flying Penguins fan, you're doing the happy feet dances, you're watching little videos of penguins sliding on the ice, getting all hyped up about EE Sama, but remember, they have not yet crossed the Rubicon. When they cross, Nature's Prophet becomes 5 times as strong, because he's going to start forcing them back and splitting them up, and then maybe they can win a team fight for compLexity. For now, it's mostly been punished on the movements of compLexity when they're playing aggressively, but when they have to actually play on the defensive for Flying Penguins, they might just run into like some double scythe play or something from this Nature's Prophet.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is this is always the big danger of the Nature's Prophet, Mr. Spirit Bear play, is that it's not just split push rat-tastic plays, it's that early push, and then you have that as the fallback option. Limp is in vision here of this ward, but I don't think that they're going to be able to get there in time to punish it. That's the other real big problem with Flying Penguins, is they're just not super mobile. Like, it's hard to get across the map.
Those drums always make it sound like someone is falling down stairs in my house. Is that just me?
You have a baby, so you got to be on.
I know. There goes my
that.
child. Yeah, no, we got the baby gates up. It's cool.
That's good.
They are indeed. I mean, they're starting to get faster, right? And you got Boots of Travel now in Envy. He is immune for so much of these team fights too, because like we already talked about how his rage is so good this game. He's doubling up on it with that BKB now at 9 seconds. So he's a perma rage mode.
I mean, he does have to have it in his back or in his inventory to use it, but we'll save that obviously for after the Aegis. And well, it does feel like, you know, eventually these GPM talents, but more importantly, just the Midases are going to be the big defining factor of how this goes. Because they've just been able to build up so much gold, like 26,000 net worth on both the OD and the Lifestealer. They're so hard to deal with.
Yeah, but imagine if they get Soulbind into Halberd Hex.
That's true.
They have no... Of course, there'd have to be a Hex then into Halberd, but still.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you Halberd them, they're going to BKB near the end of it, and then they're not going to get Hex. Then you're going to double up, and well... You know, I mean, can't have that kind of inefficiency in your gameplay here. So, less than a 1K lead for Flying Penguins. What's that XP graph looking like at this point? Is it pretty much... Oh, it's... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Golly gee willikers.
Not good.
That's like 15K. When's the last time they had a kill?
Dude, it's been a while.
It was the melee barracks when Death took them. That was the last green dot for compLexity here. So
there might be some more in a second as the battle's going on, and Chasen, 4-staff away. Limp able to get the BKB off immediately. TP's out. Says, I don't want any part of this. So a good 4-staff save, but it's going to be it. Who was 4-staff was that? It was Z-Freaks.
He tries, you know.
No.
He's got 9-second BKB left. And Death. Oh, he might die for this. Oh, he gets the Scythe off first, but Roya can still take it in piggy form. Teammates are going to come. They're going to try and force this. Z-Freak is tying up 2 of them at the same time, though.
He's all alone. That's the Orchid that comes out as well. The toss-up, Miracle on top of him. Lots of damage. Getting entangled, getting rooted. The Sprout is there, so we can't get out, but will he be able to make his way away? No such luck.
Nice kick timing, as always.
So, no OD for 90 seconds. Death, he found himself a Dazzle right on top of him. Over and over again, this guy keeps on making the plays needed. Now, Infest Bomb, but Snake King wants to take down this Earth Spirit, so they kill him off. That's 2 buybacks. This is...
Yeah, they need that kill on Miracle, too. Envy's chasing for it. Stan King, Flea, rather. He gets caught on the high ground. He wanted the low ground there.
I mean, I don't think the bear is good enough either.
Lip, though.
What happened?
He's caught. All right, buybacks are worth now.
Big creep wave pushing in mid with double catapults, so they're going to need to send somebody back to deal with this. Looks like it's going to be Snake King. do still have that Aegis. I believe that Cheese is on somebody still.
Yeah, Flea still has it.
Okay.
God, how many? I think I've called him Stan King like 3 times today.
I know, it keeps happening.
He's such a classic. Yeah, I mean, repping Stan King hard though. You got to respect that.
Of course.
The legend he is.
Didn't they used to be on Jack's team? Am I remembering that right? Wasn't it Flea, Stan King, Snake King, all on VGJ Storm last year?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't know which Jack you're talking about. I was like, you mean Cloud9 Jack? Or do you mean...
Dude, that hasn't been in Dota in forever.
Well, I mean, we got Envy in here. You know, we got Jack E.
That's true.
Trying to figure it out.
In Dota, there's only one Jack.
Radiant's bottom.
All right, Envy's upon the high ground. They have crossed. They've done it.
And immediately, Nature's Prophet going for the split push. He has a Bloodthorn done, as well as that Hex in the Halberd. So,
right. Is anyone going to get busted not BKB TPing back home? That's the question.
Oh, good call.
What is the play here? Where does... Oh, Death's coming back.
Okay.
Death, he lost the game of chicken.
Pretty soon, though, that's not going to matter. Teleportation, no cooldown.
Dude, Snaking's almost level 25 here, too.
Yeah.
Be caught up to his 2 big cores.
Feel like the 50 regen is still very, very good.
Oh, but what about the bear?
The bear blind?
Yeah, because he is nowhere near a BKB.
He has
Oh, he's
MKB.
got MKB.
Yeah.
So it's still not that effective. Yeah.
I mean, it's good against the buildings at least, but if the bear's hitting your buildings and your answer is to Sandstorm, you probably got bigger issues.
Possibly. How do you get a solo pick off right now for Flying Penguins? A lot of it has to come down to Envy. I feel like he's most of their burst damage. Ooh, that's scary. He is not going to have MKB anytime soon. And now there's a butterfly done for Limp.
Blink Hex, I think, is maybe another avenue to go with OD. Like, that is also really spooky. Does have the same clip multiplier now, so it's up to 15.15 into damage.
They're going to smoke up here, too.
Who has low int on, is it pretty much everybody?
Who are we punishing here? I mean, Tiny's pretty low, 65.
Yeah.
He's by, actually, 44.
Actually, Miracle. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess cause like, literally, you don't get items, right? Because they all go on the bear.
Get this man a Staff of Wizardry. Dude, he has like 200 int. He has 200 int on the OD. I can't do math that quickly, but if you want to bust out a calculator and let me know, it sounds pretty scary.
No, I like to keep it a surprise, personally.
Okay.
I prefer the logic of Dota on feel.
Okay,
So
I'm with you.
I think math is for suckers.
I'm fair. That sounds good.
Do you think one of these times Envy's going to turn off the Radiance just for like the, you know, the threat level, right? They're pinging it now. Oh, actually, it was them pinging. It'll be like, oh, well, Envy's not in it this time because he always has the Radiance on. And it just, like, the 5th time, Envy doesn't have the Radiance on, and he just bursts out like, chest burster style.
I would love to
Envy in your face.
I would love to see him, like, walk by this secret shop and get his Basher. There's the Abyssal Blade.
Oh, yeah, he needs the pickup. That is true. He has everything. Yeah, Snakey, you got to drop in, dude. Envy's going home.
He doesn't have it still, though.
Radiant are scanning.
We'll see if that comes back to bite him at all.
Because then they just walk right past it.
Yeah. And that means they're not going to have it for this fight. There's not going to be an Abyssal Blade for this fight, Trent.
All right, they have the right idea here. Death sees where they are. He sees where Snakey just came from. They're getting close.
Oh, God. Walk in, everybody. Snaking. Okay. They have the Phantom's Embrace. Haven't used the Soulbind yet.
Laposa, where are you going, bruh? He's just going in.
Okay. Chase forward.
Another scythe.
Roll to iron interrupt. They're able to get the silence onto that Dazzle, which just keeps him away from getting any type of grave off. Tusk also in some trouble, though. Pick to battle with Death, and Death will make you dead.
They can't
Jeez. That is looking like Sand King is going to... Well, actually, Envy shows up now. Soulbind onto 2. There's no follow-up yet, though. The silence is there. Avatos gonna die. It's still a DD on Limp, who's trying to man up against Eternal Envy, but now OD shows up to this one, and it looks like they will take 2. But no buyback.
The bear. They have the Aghanims. The bear.
Oh my God.
The bear.
Lyrical. He's just going to take down the tier 4. is Rage.
Oh, this is some quality Dota here. Lone Druid Agonist after all this. Is that how we're going to crack the game?
With all the trees, they're just punching it. Look at that. They don't care. All right, this is extremely problematic now. And immediately, it's going to be compLexity walking into the Rosh pit. They need to deal with the lanes so much that they can't come and contest this one right now. And, well, Sand King is still dead for 75 seconds. This is 2 heroes dead on compLexity, and they're going to get Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher Shard.
Oh, that's a lot of bears. Is there anything more valuable than the bear? I don't think so. Potentially Z-Freak, you can make an argument for, but he's dead.
Yeah.
So I think for now, at least, we assume we're going to give it to Miracle.
I think Miracle just stays in base. I don't even think he show up to these fights.
They're just going to give it to Z-Freak. That's why 343 has it, I'm sure. Surely. Z-Freak's the player. We all know who it is. Come on now. Don't toy with me, Z-Freak.
Well, they're deciding. Do they keep it on Bearman?
Rock, paper, scissors here or something? Guys, you're controlling the map. Why are 4 of you walking in circles? All right, we're just going to leave it. Nobody's going to take it. Fuck it. No one even wants it. I mean, what good is this thing? It doesn't do it.
Oh my god. All right, there it is. That's fine. Butterfly
Tiny
for him.
though? Yeah, that's not bad. BKB doubling up.
I honestly don't even know if you want to go into the fights with the Lone Druid himself anymore. Like, I don't think it's valuable at all, considering that, like, OD can maybe come close to, like, 2-shotting him. If you hit him once...
Oh, no, for sure.
Like...
That is the point of the Aghanims.
Just
definitely.
stay away.
My concern, though, is that obviously if they lose the bear, because the bear has nothing defensively. If he's trying to rat with this bear, it's just dead. So...
Oh, they have...
there's a possibility they have to give it to him.
He did take the Spirit Bear attack time.
He's in there. So no BKB again.
Yeah.
He's really going for the game ender on that one.
Game thrower potentially. You've got all of freaking Flying Penguins walking in, and they are going to find one. This is onto Tiny, and now turning their sights over onto Grimstroke, stealing a lot of int. They're waiting for the BKBs to wear off in a second. Roya controlled is silenced. Force Staff is going to be kept alive for a moment, but only a moment. The Grave able to save his life. If they can kite out these BKBs and save them alive long enough, the rest of compLexity is showing up this one, but the Sanity Eclipse could be huge. Gets the blink out, drops it down, kills off Z-Freak. Is that enough? The Miracle Bear being controlled by Envy as well, the Snowball, to pull him off to the side. Full push over to the catch now, onto Tiny as well. Force Step up to the high ground. They lose Miracle, dead for 100 seconds. There isn't a bear. But they are going to go into the back door, onto death, trying to make this work.
He's on the hunt. He's
oh my god. This might actually work. Flee, chase, limp, toss away, but is gonna die.
Now death?
He shows up, but Lelis is there with the Grave, and Snake King shows up! compLexity, what have you done? Flee is living through it, he ate the cheese, he's back up to full! Oh god, death! Or was that the cheese? No, he's just back up to full because of Lelis, how much healing he's got. And they've got this Nature's Prophet contained. Royoya shows back up. The BKB is there. He seems to try and TP out. They have the Walrus Punch for the control, though. Another round of it, and he stuns at all BKB. Wait, what? He TP'd to himself! Are you kidding me? Yo, call up Suns fan. We got a new fails of the week.
Oh my god, we're waiting for the 12% Walrus Punch, and he TP's one step.
Oh my god. The bear is dead. Lone Druid does have buyback again.
What happened to the Refresher Shard, by the way? I tried to keep track of it. I think Limp used it for a second BKB and a second round of spells. Oh my god. It might have been Limp, I couldn't tell.
I'm not crazy.
It might have been Miracle who used it too, but it was hard to tell because he had a bear summon in the middle of that fight, but I think it might have just been back off cooldown. But my god, that fight was so chaotic. I kept waiting for the fight recap, but the fight just kept on going.
I'm not crazy. He did just TP one step away, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I saw.
Okay.
But that's certainly what it looked like.
It's like, and he's out. Oh no. How much does that change things? Again, we're 13,000 net worth lead now for Flying Penguins. It still feels like the game could be over in the space of one team fight, but all of the lanes are now pushed out.
God, this is just the most EE shit. How does he just suddenly gain this power when he loses buildings? What happened inside of him?
I have no idea.
What switch is flipped that he becomes this man?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dude, he's trying to save NA Dota right now
Has
in front of us.
check like the lunar cycle with it? Is it like a full moon thing? Should I be setting my crops to Envy's playstyles?
That's the only way to live. I think that you would make, if he joined like the stock market in any fashion, you know, that's how you do it. Oh, and they found Limp. Dude, they hit the scan on him. They know he's over there. No, he's left. He's left.
He's in the one spot without trees. Who would look where there's no trees?
The next level play. Dude, Trent, you're pinging it.
I'm sorry, I'm too excited.
Oh my god. All right, they are doing what they can, cutting creep waves. Buyback status also something to keep in mind in this one. But as you mentioned also, they have these Boots of Travel level 2 now.
Yeah. All these BKBs all dwindling down, but when there's suddenly your best friend showing up, that can definitely turn the tables.
All right, what are the buybacks, or not the level 25s, what are they? We've got teleportation cooldown removed. We've got the Spirit Bear attack time. All the 25 except for Dazzle on Dire. What is it? Let's see. Rage duration, spell lifesteal, health regen, walrus chance, walrus punch chance, and then the nothing yet for Dazzle. God.
These games are the best. They just get to something else, you know?
They really do.
Everyone's in panic mode. We're in panic mode. They're all in panic mode.
That is for sure.
When's the next Rosh anyway? 2 minutes? We're just chilling until then?
Yeah. Is the refresher shard still there? Who took it? Do they have it yet? Have they used it? It was on Tiny, so he used it in the last fight, I guess.
Yeah, he definitely used it. Or someone did at least.
They will not see what hit them.
Alright, everyone just relax, alright?
Yeah.
They never did get that tier 3 at the bottom. So they're still holding all their buildings. The bear's in the base. That's definitely a bad sign when you have Aghanims.
We got the 3 tosses for the Tiny now.
Radiant's top tower is
Not sure how much that one matters. Could come back to play a pretty big role.
Don't look to be going for that tier 2 top either. They're just going to let Snaking chill. They're fully aware that there's probably a bunch of heroes there. Oh, so they're going for the anti-bait play. And he's going to see if he can catch someone on this wave. Oh, no, he just gives up.
I mean, he might get caught on this wave.
He's got backup
3?
too, though.
Okay. Yeah, Death showing up. This is when this game becomes just like so scary because Nature's Prophet's anywhere and he has a Doom. He's got Silence, he's got Hex, he's got everything, and Envy is just dead. Had not died for a very, very long time, but you just walking along and suddenly you're dead.
They don't buy back. They just chill.
All right.
He buys back now. It wasn't the panic buyback, at least, though.
No.
But it's the, all right, I'm just going to reset my cooldown because we know they're going to push and Rosh is coming soon buyback.
No.
All right, we chill. We chill. Everyone just relax. How's Roya still have a Yasha and Kaya? What's up next for him? The Octarine?
I guess so. Kind of seems a little strange.
It's just a hero where he kind of gets stuck on items. I mean, it makes sense. They're all like super expensive, and then, you know, really, what more can you actually want on this hero? Like, arguably Refresher, I suppose, but he just hasn't had that much farm. And then you're all just waiting for buybacks and stuff too. So, it is a very long Rosh, so we're gonna be here a while, guys.
Oh. 60 minutes. Haven't gone to this stage in Dota in a really long time. I feel like the majority of the games we watched were very short ones, but they found themselves the Hex, the Glimmer Cape, keeping one alive for a moment, but only a moment, and now no buyback on that Grimstroke. Still a minute cooldown. And I am sure they have the timers. Also, they found themselves a little Berry Bear. BKB coming out from Miracle, but still he's getting punched through this one. They have another Savage Roar in a second. Walrus Punch!
Oh, man, God, I want this so bad, dude. I want this 12%. Like, Flea, you've gone in, dude. Where's my Moon Shard? Just buy the Moon Shard, Flea. You are the control.
Oh, Snake King looking, but not finding. God, just the Nature's Prophet, like, with the no cooldown on teleport, and then having all of these items that are just like so insane for pickoffs.
It's kind of shocking that he's even like that they can hold these lanes against a hero that can do this.
Yes.
You know, and now who does he buy this moonshot for?
I think himself, right?
Does he?
You can kill anybody in the game with this, right? I don't know if you can
I
do that
put it
otherwise.
on someone else.
He's thinking about it.
Oh, he's eating it. Nah, he's selfish. That's true, though. I guess with the Doom, maybe that's worth.
Yeah. What if it gave your attack speed to your treants? There you go.
Well, now we're talking. There's a talent for you. Those things would be terrifying.
So
I think he's regretting that 10 armor at this point. He's just
I
like, God, I wish I had a few more treants in this game.
see, the real question that I'm wondering is, like, also, if you engage in a fight at any point for complexity, Death could just rat the base, and he takes buildings, I think, really, really fast. So, hypothetically, you push this out. Like, Flying Penguins always have to have the lanes outside of their base.
Yeah, they can never have them at that, you know, magical line of wherever back door is, kind of like, you know, out here somewhere.
Right.
It's a mystical place. No one's quite sure where it exists.
Smoke
Well, I
up.
know Envy. Envy definitely knows. Let's be honest.
Look at this.
He's probably drawing that shit for them.
Dude, Miracle is just, like, gonna run down Lilith here. Savage Roar. He knows the path that he's
He
gonna
is
take.
on him.
That was amazing. But, yeah, the thing to keep in mind about this is that Miracle is literally just sitting in base almost the entire time. And so he can send this Baron. So if you needed to, hypothetically, break backdoor protection, Death TP's in, summon some treants, and then the two of them just take the Ancient.
Yeah, they have to do it twice, though, right, with the glyph.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you don't notice it. We've seen that in a couple of pro
come on.
matches.
No, this is Envy, dude. This is his bread and butter. This guy,
fair.
he only sees Throne. Everything else is just, secondary. He doesn't see TP scrolls or sticks or some other stuff sometimes, but the man sees the Throne. He knows that one. I think.
So Rosh is finally back up again. We got it. Ready to go.
They have coverage on it. They know. Raiding team still squished in their base. Miracle's going to get an abandoned soon if he's not careful.
I know.
I don't know. You know, this Lone Druid has not been in XP range for quite a while.
Well, you get it on your bear though, don't you? Am I crazy? am I crazy here?
He is if he's Midasig, but that thing's gone.
That's true.
Oh yeah, are all the Midases gone? Out of curiosity, should have kept those things around. Jeez,
Right?
Those were worth the backpack slots.
Although
those are not worth getting rid of.
I mean, I don't know though. Were they like? I'm not sure.
Well, aren't they worth pulling out? Like, why? First off, Miracle has he's a hero.
Yeah.
Why did you just put on the hero? Like,
That's true. That's a really,
is that
really good
worth
point.
the 1,000 gold?
Well, they found themselves
Limp?
the kill in a 3-4-3.
Oh, they just blinked over each other.
Oh no. Well, they do
but
find
they
the
got a
bear. That's something at least. So they take down the Grimstroke, but there is another bear back in base, which is resummoned immediately. And he also doesn't have the refresher shard anymore, but they might have it soon.
Dude,
And-
everyone's so scared of this Rosh fight, though.
Oh, dude, they're running in immediately.
How
Miracle
fast
knows.
what was it? 13,000 HP. I wonder how fast Death can kill this thing. He hits pretty hard. And with the Bloodthorn, too.
But he's also just so important to stay alive in these fights that like they can't ever know where he is on Flying Penguin. If they know where he is, he might just end up dying. It's like you have to start setting those traps, it feels like, around the map for Flying Penguins.
Oh my god, can we please shame Miracle right now with no buyback? Is that cool? Are we shaming?
He's
How's that
never
even
leaving
possible?
anywhere. He's never leaving the base.
He's in the danger zone right
That's
now.
actually true. He is kind of. Oh.
So he's envy, it's just the timer.
Roll. TPing in. Gotta get out of there, Z-Freak. They hit Rosh. How did that hit Rosh? Oh, right, of course. Because he was rolled into it. That's why. Okay. So 18,000 net worth lead. They're pushing out these creep waves whenever possible. Death is doing what he can to try and cut them off. It's like you've got a couple different places that you can try and cut them off, right? Like you can cut them off when the creeps are moving in like about this line, and then a second time when they hit down here.
Look at them just slowly pushing these waves over since nature's problem. It's so difficult.
Yeah. And Lilith can't ever show. Like, if he shows in this lane, then he dies.
Yeah, he's just casting spells and running in circles, hoping he goes the right direction where he doesn't get TP'd on.
This game
mid
is
lane.
so impossibly hard. TP
Trying to
in.
get the bear.
Okay, Soulbind onto 2. Envy,
They have the
Limp,
full save
they
on
toss
there.
them both. That's another toss. They've already killed off Snake King. Not bad at all. BKBs are going to wear off soon, though. And now OD moving into position. Still has that Sanity's Eclipse. Kills off the Bear. Need to be careful about any backdoor protection. The top lane is pushing in, but Miracle just dies. Has to buy back immediately. Limp is also dead. The buybacks come fast and furious. And Snake King going to have to come back and defend. They know that this could be a danger. They're going to roll in on top of him yet again. This is Grimstroke in some trouble. Limp also, he bought back for this one, but OD controlled for the moment and muted. He's able to get saved by the snowball, though. So
They're just
big,
trying to
and now
get
it's
out.
over onto Z-Freak, so they are just going to run, head back home, and Miracle blocked off from being able to chase. They could think about
Envy-
turning here on the Z-Freak now.
He had the presence of mind to start pushing top at the same time, too. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't even join them when he came back. It's so dangerous. And now he's going to return to the fight.
Okay, Z-Freak under control, Go Scepter, 3-4-3. He has no mana, he can't do anything to help him. So Z-Freak dead, but he does have buyback as well.
Radiant are scanning.
So, the buyback comes out. This is such a difficult game for
All right.
Flying Penguins to win, but I think that
So
they might have
Envy-
finally broken it.
Has buyback in 5 seconds. Snaking's the only one without buyback now on the Dire team. Raiding team, we're missing it on the Tiny, the Lone Druid, and the Earth Spirit. Finally, we're getting a little bit juicy here.
Mm.
As long as Limp doesn't just die to this trance. Run Limp. Or Lelis, rather. Hopefully Limp doesn't die to the trance. That would be treasonous.
Jesus.
Treason. Didn't really work. There's a ward
Jesus.
spotting Limp trying to... Oh, they know Limp's trying to sneak this.
Okay. Limp.
Use the scythe. Where's
He
the
has
range?
BKB. He has BKB. He has BKB. He had BKB. Death turns up. The bait is the elaborate bait. Are they going to be able to catch him? OD in some trouble. Grave though, save for the moment. And Lelis also, the Snake King stun is going to be there as well. The BKB, but he doesn't live through it. Snowball save
he's
came too
running
late.
away.
He can TP back into this. They need to be careful because the bear is inside the base and did no damage to the tower, but just the threat of it is so dangerous for that Ancient. And Tusk, it looks like he too will fall. Every time you think that these team fights could start working pretty well for Flying Penguins.
He has BKB. The masturbator here, Limp. Gets it done. You thought it was Envy, but no, it is Limp. Makes the play happen.
I returned. I was not.
And I mean, they wanted that so bad too, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
a perfect situation. He's on a ward. They know he has no buyback. Prime target for them to kill. Could just be the end of the game. Done.
What else do we have here? God, as far as like net worth, I don't think even matters anymore. Dataless,
No, it's all buybacks.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Where are the moon shards at? What do we got? Envy doesn't have one. Maria has one.
Envy's buying a rapier.
Attaboy. That's a true Envy game coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
Put
Is
your
this even
beak-
good on my hero?
I
care.
don't think so. I want to take a look
He's got
at.
a butterfly and a Daedalus in his backpack. I'm just gonna keep buying items till something sticks. What if that Moonshard one that actually works the whole time in hero? Nah, that's cool. I think I'm good. I think I'll just stick with the backpack ones.
Ooh, we got the
What a
poison
treasure.
touch slow. All right, they are anticipating this movement from Cole. This could be the game.
Envy has to have that perfect TP in again. It is up. It's ready. What's our all right, here it comes. Who's got the jump though? Is it it's still not that high mobility,
Oh,
right?
they were on a ward right there. That is oof. So dangerous. Bear is pushing out bottom lane. This is the thing. This fight is on a timer. And gonna infest inside the Dazzle as they TP away, and this is to push out the bottom lane against Miracle.
They were trying to bait the two heroes without mobility items. They just have like this Lifestealer and Dazzle sitting there, and
Yeah.
then everyone with Blink is like so far back behind the tree lines where there should be no way they can be seen.
So
Hey, did you guys remember that Rosh is up?
yeah, I don't think they care though. Like nobody has slots anymore, right? Like what the
It's
hell?
true. Oh, Envy was doing it, by the way. He was just he had his Radiance turned off when he was in Lelis. He was trying to make a super bait play on the bottom lane with the Dazzle. So the mind games are coming out.
It kind of feels to me like at some point, if you're Cole, can't you just like send everybody to one lane and just sort of try and
They can't without their buybacks. though.
Bull
I
rush
mean, I guess
their own?
it's even now, but
yeah, that's true.
that is kind of what they're doing at this point, right? Where they just all just 5-man gang top.
Yeah. Z-Freak has an E-Blade. He also took the Geomagnetic Grip target's allies, so he can start pulling people if they get out of position. But can he pull himself? Rolling away, does manage to escape for the moment. Pops the BKB and rolls yet again.
Wow, super safe.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have buyback right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, it's just the bear. Never mind.
Still important.
Yeah, I heard Abyssal and I was like, what?
Resummon.
And he's going to TP bottom again. Just this constant pressure of where the creep wave's at.
I feel like I want the refresher shard for Ryoya, though. That's the only thing that I want out of this Rosh.
Yeah. Double sanities and BKB.
Yeah.
And
he's been using the geomatic grip a lot on the bear too.
Right.
It's really good.
It does sort of feel like there haven't been as many of those pickoffs by death as we had earlier on in the super late game, whatever the heck that even means. Like, it's not as many like just solo blow somebody up. I don't know if that's by virtue of Flying Penguins playing together more often or what exactly, but feels like that's what they need. Eventually, you need to take a fight.
Or do you?
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that I guess in the end, it's a game of. It feels like the game they're trying to play is don't mess up and wait for them to mess up.
Yeah, let them jump on us. Like, counter initiation is just so clutch and Dota. Like, at this point, you can't kill someone fast enough that there won't be a response from their allies with how tight everyone's playing. So, by that logic, like, it's more likely that the person who's counter initiating is going to win, but it kind of goes in a stack, right? Where it's like, well, we jump in, then they jump in, and then someone else jumps in, and so it all just comes down to whoever you scythe first or whatever. Dota is just like pure chaos. Honestly, vision is what wins the most in these games. It's just like knowing where that prime target is, who you're trying to jump on. But the gems have been controlled by the Dire side. I don't think the Radiant have one, which is a nice edge that they have going because Flying Penguins have both of them at the moment. Oh, never mind. Z-Freak has one too. So we got 3 gems rolling around.
Okay. All 25s except for Grimstroke and Envy. Pops the Rage. This could be the moment. Death is right here as well, but the rest of them are right behind Stinking. Ryoya, they're hanging out. They need to figure out how to take this fight perfectly, and it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, they got him caught there, waiting for the counter initiation. Z-Freak is here as well. Could jump on somebody. They're going to TP away with Death, and it looks like they don't want to take this battle anymore, and it's going to be Tiny going down. No buyback for 49 seconds, but the Ancient? Okay. What? All right, did they force out the glyph?
Z-Freak?
No, they haven't used it. Okay, they're going to take this fight down here to the south. Death on top of one, but it's been off more than he can chew. He needs to run away. Z-Freak is going to be able to escape for the moment.
Well, he's chasing that bear, but it's going to get out.
And 343 will also die. So they forced them back with the Ancient, but they're able to come back in afterwards.
Oh, Death! He's been found!
Caught there with the snowball. Needs to TP out of there, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Saying he's Eclipse. Does he have vision? He's going to go for the Sprout TP away. Is it next to himself? No, he gets away.
Isn't it incredible how Sprout somehow becomes the best stun in Dota 2 in the late game because no one has a way to break it? Like, you're immune. Yeah, there's nothing. You have no answer whatsoever.
I think that is something else to keep in mind, though, is the changes to Dota with, like, Boots of Travel and then the Town Portal scrolls. Like, I think that was Ryoya TPing back to base, and then he could bots back out afterwards. And
Envy is finally taking a second swing at this tower.
Would love to be able to take this without forcing, or rather, be able to force out buybacks. But
oh, Envy, this is spooky.
This is really, really scary. They buy back on the Grimstroke, signaling they want to fight. This is going to be a ranged barracks taken, although Sprout yet again proving to be just a huge problem. And with the Rage wearing off now, he has to back out, at least for the next round. Lilith is there as well. I Sprout again.
Sprout again right in his face.
They're going to take down the bear, but pulled back by Z-Freak. Geomagnetic Grip, another Sprout onto the barracks, and now they also have the glyph. So they're keeping their buildings alive.
Top wave. Man, this bold play is paying off for Penguins.
This is what you need. They can't Sprout them all. Taking down that ward as well. Miracle's still living with this bear. Does he have another one? He has a resummon afterwards if they need it. Force staff to the other side. Okay.
That was from Flea to break the trees. A little risky.
And the bash. Okay, the Hex to turn. Ops Rage yet again, and will take down the barracks one last time.
Shadow Blade. This guy's crazy.
I have no idea.
Where did that even come from? What?
He decided against
Like,
the
yeah,
rapier.
but when I'm in the side lane, you know, and they start showing up, I'm gonna have a Shadow Blade. And they're not gonna see it coming.
Radiant are scanning.
He does have rapier now if he wants it.
He's too big brain for me. Death, Invis, find snaking. Teammates are coming. Snaking should just be dead here.
Yeah. Very hard to get out of this one.
Oh, 2 allies show up. 3 allies show up. Bail,
Can't
bail,
get
bail.
there. Gonna buy back with snaking. They want to push the tempo. Like, getting all of these lanes across the map is so huge for them right now. And the other thing is that now you kind of have that constant pressure along the bottom lane, so it's going to be that much more difficult for complexity to keep the lanes pressured out. This is feeling like it might just be that slow eventual grind down.
Yeah, but the bear, dude. The bear. You know?
When can the bear
Is that
out
just trying to
backdoor?
keep the same items as the bear? He's really getting close. Oh, he has the rapier now. Okay, all right, we're rapiering. We're in there. Get
And
it.
these buildings will fall very rapidly. Although, on the same time, Death takes down Lilith, so they've now
Doing his
lost
thing.
the Dazzle for 2 minutes.
Oh, he's no buyback.
Yeah.
I guess he's not getting a lot of assets, and his net worth keeps on climbing.
They don't know he doesn't have buyback, though, either.
That's true. They would assume that he does.
Yeah. Everybody is just so farmed. These GPM talents, 150 for Z-Freak. It's got that E-Blade working. But it feels like, again, you just...
He's just like, fuck, why did I take 40 XP?
Yeah. I don't know if they can win another fight, and I don't know if they can win without winning a fight, so... I think Cole is in a really, really difficult position here.
Oh,
But Death?
Again? Z-Freak has the gem.
Close, but they found him. They found Death. Silenced, Soulbind, catch on to 2 with the Hex, the Toss, the Ava. They have the Say's Eclipse, though, to try and turn this one back around, but they're going to be able to keep throwing them up into the air. Miracle is in the midst of all of this, trying to hit onto Envy. He's in the trees, in the Sprout, going to try and beat him down, and able to get the Infest away. Nicely done there as well, and there's the Epicenter to try and turn this all the way around. Is it going to be enough damage? They find the Hex, but there's going to be the E-Blade coming out to save Tiny. Limp lives for the moment as Death shows back up after the buyback to try and get into this fight. Envy just wants to find a target here if he can at all. Z-Freak doing so much in this one, but I'm not sure if it's quite going to be enough. The Magnetize connects onto all 4, but he should be out of stones relatively soon. And there is going to be the walkaway buyback. Max onto 2. Rapier on the ground. Who's going to pick it up? Was that Miracle? No, he doesn't end up getting it. Envy is back on top of the bear. Doesn't have his rapier, but he has the Daedalus and able to kill off that bear. Meanwhile, Ancients, Death on the Ancient over here to the side, wants to find the kill, but they're able to find the Hex with the Aurelia, and this is a dieback for the Nature's Prophet. He will fall. And Limp now also caught, going to be killed. Great play from Aurelia to be able to recognize that split push coming.
The rapier. Adam's gonna give it back.
Oh, he gives him back the rapier. The geomagnetic grip pulling him up, but Z-Freak only reveals his position for the triple kill for this OD. But
pull
the
your
TP
sword,
in.
Envy. Get your rapier. Please gonna take it. He's got the 12% wall response crit.
Limp, though, he wants to try and get some buyback push. He's going to go for it all. They also do have the Lone Druid buyback if they need to, but he doesn't have his bear.
No, he can't kill him. And the back door is back now. He can't. This doesn't work anymore. He's just going to try it with his Moonshard. He doesn't have any choice. He's just like, YOLO.
Do what you can. They're going to see if they can force them back at all. TP comes immediately, but Lelis is there with his sheep stick, finds the Tiny, and now, well and truly, Flying Penguins, as they go through absolutely everything, have the door to the Ancient, and it looks like they will be able to find this one. Tiny does manage to get the TP back, but there is not enough damage in the world to take this one. Miracle alive, but no Bear Buddy, and GG is called. 80 minutes in, Flying Penguins able to persevere.
Oh, I love me some good Envy Dota. Just, it never stops being so wonderful. How? I mean, it was a simple strategy in that regard for complexity, right? It looked so easy. Buildings were going down. They were just marching down lanes. Flying Penguins could see everything they were doing, but they just managed to hold. And they just kept winning these fights, and we laughed. And we're like, oh, haha, now it's only a 9K lead. And then suddenly they won some other fights, and, well, then they didn't have the Rosh. And then Nature's Prophet TP'd next to himself, and that was the game.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That was only game 1.
I know. That being said, you lose a game like that as complexity, and I feel like it's gonna affect you in game number 2. I don't know how many of these games I've seen where like game number 1 is absolutely insane, then game number 2, you just like lose it instantly almost. You know what I'm talking about there a little bit?
Yeah, mental game, very difficult. But don't worry, they got the crew there, right? They have
That's
the Cowboys. True. They're gonna call in. You know, Tony Romo's gonna come down from his CBS broadcast thing. You know, he's done. He's been doing his motivational speeches on air. Gonna bring in the former guy. He'll get it for them. I'm sure it's fine.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Romo hopping in for the next Dota 2 game. compLexity lose game number 1 to Flying Penguins. Flying Penguins 1 game away from going to the minor, everybody. This is the chance holding on to the pride of North America. We'll see if they can do it. All that and more right after this.